for it! Fight!
To the person last week who commented that this shirt, the League One shirt, was unlucky, I think I'm going to wear it every home game now. But I do get the point. Maybe away from home I should not wear it. Like I said last week in the intro to the Burnley video, Granit Xhaka said this season was going to be full of highs and lows. So my emotions throughout the entirety of that 90 minutes went something like this. Oh no, Brentford scored. Get in, it's disallowed. Brentford's got a penalty. As it's saved. Sunderland's got a penalty. Get in. Wait, we missed spot kicks in open time. Get in, 1-1. Sunderland's got again. Oh no, it might get disallowed. Yes! That was literally my thought process throughout the entirety of that game. We battled and battled and battled for that win. Did we deserve it? Probably not. But I don't really give two hoots about that because these are the games, and I know Brentford will say, oh, that's a game we need to be winning and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, Stadium of Light, I've said before, should be a different kettle of fish. And Ellen Road the same with Leeds, which at the time of speaking, I wouldn't be shocked if Newcastle failed to win at least because of that very reason. But Leeds and Sunderland in particular should have two electric home atmospheres, despite how I think ours has been poor recent years. But in the Premier League, when we know every point's going to be crucial, we need to be winning games like that. We need to be 12 man, and honestly, the roof came off at the very end when, well, obviously when Isidor scored, then they were checking with VAR, but there was no way Isidor was onside. I could see even inside the ground. But my sort of pessimism with it being disallowed was that fact that, well, I don't feel Sunderland can have nice things. But other than that, we just fought till the end. Brentford obviously at some points did show their quality, and this is what I mean. These are the type of teams we're battling up against in order to be able to give ourselves a shot at staying in the Premier League. And I've said before, we've won 2 out of the first 3. It still doesn't change my stance. It's still going to be a slog. It's still going to be a battle. We have to, but because we have such hard games coming up now against Palace, against Villa, against Forest, we needed to get a win today, or at least get something today. Because a draw today wouldn't have been the end of the world, but to show that character, to come back and get something. And as my mate Dan Jenks said, there's your shout out, till the end. Although I think Sunderland this year have took till the end a little bit on steroids. But either way, I was to assess the penalty. Obviously, the offside goal from Atara, I think it was a toe, offside by pretty much the front of his foot or a toe. So it was the right call. It might seem harsh, but it looks like it was the right decision from what I saw on the ground. And bearing in mind, everything I'm saying is subject to watching the highlights back again. So people, please respectfully correct me if I've got anything wrong in this, which I probably will have done. Obviously, the penalty was a massive moment because obviously that was saved. And again, one of my mates always says it's a game of fine margins. And this was fine margins literally on high 11. So obviously the penalty was saved. Then obviously we go 1-0 down. And that was a big test of our character, to be fair. Obviously we then get a penalty, which I'm like a bit wary of because of our open play or normal time penalty record. But then obviously we scored it, thankfully, which gave the crowd the extra lift that I think it probably needed at that point. Not that we weren't getting behind the team or anything, but I mean like the extra lift to come on and try and get the extra 2 points. And then obviously the noise level at the end, both in terms of when Isidor headed the ball in and when the goal was allowed. But I wasn't surprised that the goal was allowed. It was clearly onside by a month of Sundays. But yeah, I thought Anthony Taylor, to be honest, I think for both Sunderland and Brentford, I thought it was really, really poor. So there you go, guys. That's when I mentioned the refs, when we win a game, not just when we get beat. But yeah, there you go. It's not much more to say, guys. I might try and do some content around the international break, around obviously Sunderland's start of the season. People perceived the video with James Copley really, really well, so let me know if you'd like me to get him back on the channel. I'm sure he wouldn't mind it. And I'm just about, as at the time of recording, I'm just about to go and do my video with Sean for Fans React, which will be live probably either late tonight or early tomorrow morning. But now, to be fair, the last thing to close this with is, if you'd have offered me 6 points from the first 3 games, I'd have snapped your hand off for it. Because although I still stand by, I think losing at Burnley was a really poor result, and I still stand by that. But at the same time, beating West Ham and beating Brentford, they are games that we are going to have to get results in if we want to have a chance of surviving in the Premier League. And this is partly horrendous on Southampton's part, but also good start from us the first 3 games, we're now halfway towards Southampton's points tally, which is mental. Like I said, a lot of this season is going to be a slog, and when we're at the Stadium of Light, we are going to be absolutely needed. Maybe the elite games against like Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea, Arsenal, etc., things like that, and Tottenham probably the way they've started, and even Man U to a degree. You know, in games like that, it's probably not going to make as much of a difference, unfortunately. But well, maybe Man U possibly. But in games like West Ham, Brentford, and Wolves potentially, Everton potentially, Leeds, Burnley, games like that, the crowd is going to be a massive asset if we can use it and harness it. And obviously the players have got to do their bit as well. There's my mate going mental, probably seen Dave the Rave. But either way, yeah, look, massive 3 points to go into the international break. We battled for that win. And I couldn't be any happier for it. And it's great for the team spirit to prove that we can keep battling till the end, stay in games, and hopefully we'll have enough to survive. Anyway, guys, if you're watching the video and you're not subbed and you think I've earned it, hit the sub button, respectfully comment below, like, share the video around. As you can tell, I am as high on a kite as anything else, like a giddy schoolboy when we win, as the men are behind me. And yes, take care, stay safe, and how are the lads? Wilson Isidor, I love you.